You guys, make sure you get a drink from the bar over there. Is everybody drinking tonight? No, you're not. if you were drinking, you'd be like, yeah. It's too early. It's light out, ain't it? Well, I'm glad you guys are here. People always come up to me like, oh my God, Jill, you're so friendly, and oh my God, you're so positive. And I'm always just like, I'm drunk. Man, I'm feeling confident. Anybody else? Oh, that's sad as hell. That's sad. That is sad. Y'all don't feel confident? I'm feeling confident, shoot. I learned something about myself, too. As long as I'm the skinniest bitch in my family, I don't really give a damn what the world got to say, okay? Clap it up if you agree. My joy comes from going to family reunions in the South and having them ask me how I keep such a cute little, sexy little LA body. So I can tell them the truth, you know. I eat my pulled pork sandwiches earlier in the day. Not right before I go to sleep like they do. It's called discipline. You got it? He's like, nah. I'm glad y'all here. Y'all got to be rowdy. Y'all got to be like, you know, receptive. This is hard for comedians to tell jokes to the air. This is hard. I'm glad you guys are here, though. Thank you for coming and sitting down. Look at that. Y'all tired? Y'all tired out here? Been out here since it was hot? I'm 2 shades darker. I was light-skinned when I got here. I'm in a relationship. Anybody else? Yeah. Turn up. Love. Turn up. I got a good man. He's a little bit smaller than me, so after sex, I let him wear my T-shirt. Because that's my man. One time, he came out of my room with my blouse on. I said, man, I told you my T-shirt. You look good. I like that. That's something I like. You guys are sweet. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to connect with you. You know what I mean? I'm trying to love y'all, because y'all don't love yourself. What happened to you? I feel like I like how confidence goes like this. I like how I think, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just looking in the mirror and being like, oh, my God, I'm so fine. That's not the only confidence you got to have, you know? You got to think about why you like your brain. Like, here's how I think. You ever have somebody ask you or tell you they going to have a snack? And you're like, oh, my God, what kind of snack, you know? And they like, oh, I think I'm going to have an apple, you know? Maybe some almonds. Some grain? When people tell me stuff like that, I think to myself, you disrespecting snacks ass. I'm sorry. I know. I can't say that. They're going to cut my mic off. That's disrespecting snacks. All right, y'all not feeling me. Y'all don't understand? I just like the way my mind works, you know. What else? It's going to be a lot of comics tonight, y'all. And the comics just wooed about it. The comedians. Anybody got a dad? All right. Now, when I said, does anybody feel confident? That's when y'all should have said something, too. I can't believe this audience. I love y'all, but I can't believe you. They told me I had to be PG-13. I really talk about a lot of shit away from here. Sorry. Are you guys enjoying the evening? What did you do? Somebody say something. What did you do? Oh, she walked up and down. She walked up and down the beach, y'all. Did everybody else do that? Are you from California? Y'all from California and you here? You're up the street and you're here? That's nice. Is that your man? Y'all together? That's nice. You like him? You love him? 36 years. Give it up for them. I was with my man for about almost 2 years, and I've been wanting to quit. I want to quit. Congratulations. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. What else? You guys ready for a good show? Good, because people are walking in. You guys come in, enjoy this. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Let's see where the comedians are. Go ahead, have a seat. There we go. That's what you're doing. My mom, I just learned how to, I don't know how to say this without being vulgar, and I don't think I have to be vulgar to say this, but I just learned how to arrive, ladies. Those two know what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Arrive! To your destination. I just learned. I'm 30 years old. You know how late that is? It's not that late. 30 years old. I used to think arriving was just the sound. Oh, yeah, daddy, so yeah. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I used to watch a lot of, white girls and, pornography. Oh, yes, daddy, yes, yes. I don't know why y'all do that, but I used to watch a lot of that. It don't sound nothing like that. A real one? A real one. A real one is like the devil entered you. It ain't no cute, oh yeah, daddy, yeah, hell no. It's yeah. Now that's arriving. That's the PG-13 version of that joke. I'm glad y'all get it. All right, you guys. Y'all ready now? Are you pumped? Hi, Omid. Okay, we got some amazing comics coming to entertain you tonight, you guys. You guys give them all your energy, love them up and down and around and around. I'm sorry, don't do that. Give them all your energy. Right now, we have an amazing person. He told me to tell you that he's just alive. He's just alive, you know what I mean? He's living still. All right. I got to do better with these goddamn names. Okay, you guys. Next person coming up, give him all your love, y'all. Get your hands ready like she got. Get your hands ready. Clap it up for a man that's goddamn alive. Give it up for Jonathan Rowell, y'all. Give it up.
Hello. Give it up for Jill, everyone. So glad to be here. This is the most California thing. We're right on the pier. This is amazing. I feel like I'm in Lost Boys right now. I just got back from 3 weeks in Europe. Don't be jealous. Just got back from 3 weeks. I'd never been to Europe before. And 3 weeks is a long time to spend in a place that's not your country. I do have to say, I have made a decision from being in Europe in 3 weeks, European art straight up sucks, right? It's not good. I toured all those museums. They paint about 3 things. They paint mostly white dudes in long robes and wigs. It's basically like mall photos of drag queens. Like that is what most European art is. Or just like sculpted, ripped statues, which no one looks like that. Or it's like just Jesus' crucifixion, which I feel like, and I was raised in the church. Did anyone here grow up religious? Everyone's like, no, this is California. We're full on, we're heathens. But I was raised in the church, and like, for the life of me, could not figure out like why would Jesus like these photos of him, like these pictures of him dying on the cross. I just don't think they're flattering. He's pale. He's naked, not flattering. He has like barely a towel, you know? I feel like European art of Jesus is like if you've ever had a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you broke up with, but they keep being creepy, and they like send you photos in the mail or pictures, and they're like, I drew another picture of you, and you're dying in it. And you're like, great. Like, that's why Jesus is not coming back. Like, that's why. I'm not religious. Neither is everyone here. This is actually a black mass. We're all about to get inducted into Satan's grasps. No, I get a lot of dry skin. A lot of dry skin. I'm just jumping all around. Guys, I have to be clean. I have to be PG-13. There will be no segues. You just have to keep going, okay? We're on my dry skin now. Europe is done. Europe's over, okay? I get a lot of dry skin on my face. It's my plight as a human. And I went to the doctor to get it checked out. And he was looking at my skin, and he was like, oh, you know that excessive dry skin on your face is actually an early symptom of Parkinson's. And I was like, okay, but how about we start with like a new moisturizer first, you know? Before you start giving me Parkinson's medication. He was like an aggressive bro doctor where I was like, hey doc, I have dry skin. He was like, oh my God, okay. Parkinson's. And I'm like, okay, no, maybe like Lubriderm or something. Let's try that first, you know? And he said my blood pressure is really high and I'm in danger of, you know, having diabetes and I can't, he was like, lay off alcohol, lay off ice cream. And that is when I stopped him. I was like, I can give up my rosé. I can give up my gin, but I cannot give up ice cream. Ice cream is I love ice cream. And my favorite flavor of ice cream is Rocky Road, okay? Rocky Road, and I know you guys are thinking like, that's a terrible flavor. Like you guys are thinking of the Rocky Road with the tiny little marshmallows in it. That's fine. That's not the Rocky Road I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Haagen-Dazs Rocky Road. Has anyone ever encountered a Haagen-Dazs Rocky Road? If you have not, you should. What it is premium chocolate ice cream. I swear I don't work for the Haagen-Dazs Corporation. It is premium chocolate ice cream, okay? Beautiful, gorgeous Northern California almonds, and then a marshmallow meringue that stays melted while the ice cream is still frozen. It's a mind-blowing flavor. I love ice cream so much. I love even like basic ice cream. Do you guys remember like ever growing up and your parents would go to the supermarket and get those huge like discount bargain buckets of ice cream? They're like in the plastic bins with the red strip handle. You know what I'm talking about? Where they're huge, where if like you held 2 of them, you look like you're about to leave your family. Like, these are big ice cream. They were each $2, like for 17 gallons of ice cream. I love that. I can't give up ice cream. It just won't happen. That's not gonna happen. I used to work in service. Anyone here work in service? You guys all millionaires? She worked in service. Everyone else is filthy rich. Okay, good. Everyone's like, we have Silicon Valley money. I worked in service for a long time. I can't do it anymore. My soul dies, you know? But my favorite thing about working in service when I was a waiter is when customers would let their baby pay. Have you guys ever seen that? You're just a busy waiter you're picking up checks, and then someone just happened to have a baby at their table, and they thought it would be cute, and they're right, to give the baby the credit card. And then all I see is just this like chunky little baby hand just handing me a Debbie. That's what I call my debit card, a Debbie. If it goes through, if it doesn't, I'm just like, Deborah, what's going on? Gotta always pay with your debit. If you have a liquid account. Okay. I'm Mexican. Are there any Latinos here? That's cool. That is weird to be in California. Be like, any Latino? It's like, yes, there are Latinos here. Just know that. I'm Mexican. I look white because I'm blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. And I don't mean that it's better to look white. All I'm saying is that every time I've been pulled over by a cop, it's only so that he could give me a Snickers bar. Like, that's the only reason. But it's weird when you look so white and you're Mexican, it's just odd because I do think that you have one job in the world. Your job is to go out into the world and be white. That is your job. You have to be white, and then you have to listen to all the, like, weird crap that white people say about Mexicans, and you take it back to the elders. You're like an undercover Mexican. Like, that is your job. If you're Mexican and you look white, you were basically born into a world of espionage. Like, that is you. I was in Grand Rapids, Michigan doing shows, and sometimes when you do a show at a comedy club, they'll send someone who works there to pick you up from the airport. And this lady picked me up, and she was driving me around Grand Rapids, and she was driving me through this neighborhood, and she said, this is one of the worst neighborhoods of Grand Rapids. It's where all the Mexicans live. Which, by the way, this neighborhood looked like Glendale. Like, it was so not the hood. Like, we drove by a pottery barn. I was like, there was just a brown dude in front of a pottery barn, and she's like, this is the ghetto, you know? And when she said that about Mexicans, I was like, this is such a luxury. In these like 10 seconds before I tell her that I'm Mexican, I get to just enjoy being white. So I just like partied in the corner of the car, just enjoyed being white. And then I told her that I was Mexican, and she reacted like I told her I was a Russian spy. Like, she like turned to me, like the car swerved, like that. And I wasn't even offended by what she said. I was just happy that my people made it that far north, you know? Like, that's far, you know? It's super, super far. I have a bunch of sisters who don't like me because I'm gay. Have I told you guys that I'm gay, or have you guys already figured that out? Because I referenced rosé. They're like, got it, rosé. Rosé. It was hard. It's hard being gay and Mexican and a Satanist. It's really hard, but it's a weird trio. No, but I do have 3 older sisters, and they're like, I grew up in the suburbs, okay? But my sisters, they're all like 17, 18 years older. I was an accident. And they grew up in the projects, like the hood. They have a completely different way of thinking of life. So they don't, one of them especially doesn't like me because I'm gay. And for the longest time, I thought she was just jealous of my hair. But it's actually, it's because I usually have beautiful curly locks, but I shaved it off because of my skin condition, okay? Everyone's like, Jesus, stop talking about your skin. She doesn't. One of my sisters doesn't like me because I'm gay, and it's interesting because that fueled a lot of animosity towards her. And then I found out that she stabbed her husband, her hubby. She stabbed him, and he survived because she didn't do it right. And it's just, that's such a delicious thing to find out about someone that you hate, you know, like a piece of succulent Chilean sea bass. It was just gorgeous information, delicious, because he survived and she still has to deal with all the consequences, and that's fun for me. That really is very fun for me. And we didn't know what happened. Like, did they get into a physical fight? What went down? It turns out that they got into an argument, and he yelled at her and said, babe, no matter what you say, I'm never gonna stop smoking weed. So then she stabbed him, which I feel like is not fair, guys, okay? Because he was probably like super chill what had happened, you know what I mean? And I was not there for the stabbing, okay? But I know this woman, okay? And I know she didn't stab her husband like an efficient prison shank. She wasn't like, I stab you. Like, that's not what she did. I know she's a drama queen, so I know she stabbed him like kitchen knife, downward slash, like novela style, like Isabella Rossellini in Blue Velvet. Like that's how she stabbed him. And in my mind, again, I wasn't there, but in my mind, you know when you're on like a really sick edible and it like really kicks in? My mind, things are happening in slow motion and the knife is just coming down and he's just thinking like, babe, you're not gonna stab me. And then that knife just kept going. And then she stabbed him and he was like, yo, that's crazy, you know? That's absolutely crazy. That's super crazy. It is hard to be gay, guys. I mean, it's hard, especially in this climate. 82 degrees. It's hard. No, it's bad. No, it's hard to come out as gay, but it is harder to come out as a gay man who's into fat dudes. That's hard. I'm really skirting the line on what's PG-13 or not, but didn't cuss yet, and I didn't say how I was into them. I'm just into fuller-figured men, and you make your own conclusions, okay? But there's a lot of stigma in the gay community and also in the straight community about like being into bigger people, you know? In the gay community, like we know that like there's like bigger dudes and there's that's celebrated. But like I have like a lot of straight girlfriends who I'm the only gay guy that they know. And so when you say like, oh, I'm into fat dudes, they're like, were you molested as a child? Like they don't understand. They don't. But I was looking at my, I have my sites, and my boyfriend, my partner, found my internet history, and he was looking at it, and he asked me, and he was like, babe, I'm just really worried that you're looking at this type of stuff, because if you're attracted to these type of men, are you even attracted to me? And I was like, oh my God, my boyfriend doesn't know that he's fat. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely insane. It's precious. That's absolutely precious. And I just looked at him and I was like, yes, very much so. I'm very much attracted to you, babe. And just I keep enjoying his curves. Keep enjoying his curves. I feel like straight guys, I'm now gonna start on my straight guy material. Relax, okay? Look, straight guys, I think that you guys are cool, okay? I think that you guys deserve love for sure, you know? But I have noticed in very liberal areas of the country, like the Bay, you know, LA, New York, that's about it. Straight guys, you are getting very nice. You're very nice now. Super, super nice. I mean, not to women, but to other men, to other gay men. You're getting very nice now. And it is reaching the level of niceness, in LA especially, where I feel like straight guys, you can knock it off, you know? Because I am legitimately having trouble figuring out who's gay and who's nice. I don't know anymore. You know, do you want to do something, or are you just being a good person? I don't know. It's just, like, I kind of miss the old days when straight guys, you guys used to be like mean and hot, you know? Now you guys are all nice and predominantly chubby, which works for me, but it's different. I was in a gay bar, and I was talking with a guy. He bought me a tequila soda. He touched my wrist. Gay, right? And then we start to, the conversation keeps going, and we start to talk about Nicole Kidman. And that's a very gay topic. And then he stops me, and he says, wait a minute. Is Nicole Kidman the one from The Ring? And I was like, wait. And there was like a record scratch in the bar. I was like, wait, hold on. Are you straight? And he was like, oh, yeah, is that okay? I was like, absolutely not. It is not okay. I talked to you for 45 minutes. I should get like a Jamba Juice gift card for what you just did to me. That's the level of niceness that straight men are reaching in LA. No, okay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much. Please give it up for your host, Jill.
That's right. right, come in, y'all. Come in. One thing we're not going to talk about tonight is race. We're not going to talk about race. I'm kind of tired of talking about race, you know? I think we should only ever be talking about two things, and that's good people and bad people, okay? Clap it up if you agree with me. Thank you. And I think we all know that white people are bad and black people are good. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Although historically, no, really, I'm just kidding. All right, you guys, we're going to keep the show going. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming in and listening to me. We got a beautiful lady coming up right now. You may have seen her on James Corden. She was on James Corden. Now, that's a big deal now. All right? Give it up for my friend, Paige Weldon, you guys. Paige Weldon!
Oh, thanks. Give it up for Jill and Jonathan, you guys. This is good. Am I as beautiful as she promised? We don't know. I actually will not perform unless I'm within 100 feet of a Wetzel's Pretzel, so this is good. Did anyone get the hot dog one? You're a freak. Okay. That's all right. I'm Paige. It's good to be here. I've been having a fear lately I want to share with you guys. I have a fear. I think I might be a bummer. What do you guys think? You're like, check in a few minutes. So far, yes. I'll tell you why I started worrying I'm a bummer. I realized I do this thing when anyone asks me any question. Before I answer the question, I do this. I'm good. How are you? That's how I answer questions. I don't know. I think I'm just tired. I just got to the phase of my life where I've been trying to be nice to my parents again. It's a lot of work, you know? Like, you ever catch yourself in the middle of a Jesus Christ, Mom, and go, no. Jesus Christ me. Oh, my goodness. What am I doing? This woman raised me. I really don't know what it is, because in my case, at least when I was a kid, I had no reason not to be nice to my parents. But I think you just kind of wake up one day and start screaming at them for standing near you. You know, it's like, why would you stand there? It's such a stupid place to stand. We're at Hot Topic right now. Do not follow me to the wristbands. Cannot be seen. I've been trying to be nice to my parents, but it's difficult. Like, I do think we all have a parent who we respect more than the other parent, right? Okay, everybody shout theirs out. Dad! That's just me? Okay, that's okay. I do. I respect my dad more. Growing up, when my mom told me to do something, I was always kind of like, well, what does Jeff think? Let's get that guy in here. I like him. And I was trying to figure this out. You know, I was like, why do I have so much trouble respecting my mom? And I think it's because I know that my mom has a tattoo on her lower back that says first class. Yeah. That's true. Take a moment with that. I had to. It's very funny. You know, it's a hilarious joke written by my mother, July 4th, 1988. We all love it, but it just doesn't work like that, right? Like, you don't get to have a first class tramp stamp and then also tell me what time I have to be home, right? I do not believe you. But I respect my dad, and I think it's because I actually know that my dad has a tattoo on his shoulder of a horse, not because he loves horses, but because that was the best shape to cover his ex-wife's name. Right? Yeah, so if my dad sees me doing something and disapproves of it, I listen to him. Because I know that my dad has the ability to recognize mistakes and correct them. Not my mom. She still has that tattoo. We'll show you if you ask. Or even if you don't. She also told me about the tattoo. She told me the exact date she got the tattoo. She also told me about my dad's tattoo. You think I'm supposed to know about Kim? Come on. Okay. I'm supposed to know. I do feel like it's a little bit misleading. I'm making my dad sound like a tough guy with all his sick horse tattoos. My dad's not tough. He's sensitive. He's sweet. And I know that because people with tough dads, they get to say cool things, you know? Okay. I'm just like, do I continue? Like, can they hear me? We don't know. We're not communicating, and that's clear. I think it's pretty obvious. My dad is not tough, is the point. And I know that because people with tough dads, they get to say things like, oh, I've never seen my dad cry. Or, I've only seen my dad cry once. I'll never forget it. You know, cool movie star stuff like that. I don't get to say that. I've seen my dad cry like 50 times, okay? That guy is always sobbing. And I remember a few times he cried when I was growing up. One time he cried because his grandmother had died, which I guess that one's fair. I'll give him that one. That's okay. Another time, though, my dad cried because I had cut him the smallest slice of pie at Thanksgiving. And he thought that spoke to what I thought of him on a larger scale. Kind of saw that pie as a pie chart of my love for my family. Really cut him deep. The other 48 or so times I see my dad cry were all while he was watching the TV show The Voice. That's true. He sheds at least one tear every episode. And, you know, I get it. I can be very sensitive too, but I think the difference between us is that I will admit it. If I'm being too sensitive, my dad won't admit it. If I ask him, hey, Dad, why are you crying again during The Voice? He's always like, because it's beautiful, Paige. Why aren't you crying? And I tell him, it's because I am a real man, okay? And I would not cry during something that stars the guy from Maroon 5. Are they playing? I can't tell. Okay. Big Maroon 5 crowd? Ooh. No, they're bad. They're a bad band. I was really disappointed that I couldn't watch the Super Bowl with my dad this year, because I don't know if you remember Maroon 5 played when everyone else was like, absolutely not, we will not be playing. Maroon 5 was like, we're in, we would love to. I think about that, you know, if I had watched that with my dad, I know he'd be watching it and he'd be like, you could tell those tattoos mean so much to him. You know, I think he'd be really touched. Do you guys remember Adam Levine's tattoos? Who could forget? Not real fans, I guess. I love Adam Levine's tattoos. He looks like he walked into a tattoo shop, opened the binder full of laminated pages, and was like, give me all of these. I will take a round on me. My favorite of his tattoos, and you gotta have a favorite, my favorite is California. You guys remember California? I was like, yeah, so true, totally, I agree. California, that's a fact. I have an unfortunate number of jokes about Adam Levine's tattoos. I'll stop. It's okay. They're just so funny. And he is retiring from The Voice. And a true fact is I talked to my dad about that, and he said, thank God, he's the worst. He's the worst judge. Is he? We don't know. I'm anyone here an only child? Okay. Very only child reaction. Very cool. I'm an only child. I know. You guys are like, we got it. Yeah, we sense that. We could smell you. It sucks. I don't like being an only child. But that's only because I don't like when people find out that I'm an only child. You don't get a ton of amazing reactions to that. You know, the best you get is, oh yeah, so am I. And then you talk about something different. That's the best. But a lot of the time you say, I'm an only child, and the reaction is, oh, yeah, okay. I see that. That's very hurtful, you know? People with siblings love to make fun of you if you're an only child, and it's like, man, I literally just told you I never developed the coping mechanisms to deal with teasing, okay? Maybe don't do this to me right now. I don't know, people think that only children are weird because they're not, like, socialized. properly, but I kind of think it's the opposite. You know, I think they're born weird, and the parents are like, let's quit while we're ahead. Let's stop. I came out, my parents were like, she's nervous. Let's not make any more. We're done. She seems like she's going to have problems with her hair near the beach. Can you guys tell? Okay. I actually, I technically have a half-brother. Anyone else trash? Okay. Just checking. Yeah. I have a half-brother, and I sometimes use that as a defense when people want to psychoanalyze me for being an only child. You know, it's like, I have a half-brother. Again, a very only child. Way to react to that. He only lived with us for 1 year when he was in high school. He came down, he decided to live with us, and he got really tired of my dad. Sorry, our dad. You guys don't have half-siblings. They get really upset. He's our dad. He got really tired of our dad telling him to, like, do his homework and join the Navy, you know, whatever dads suggest. So he decided to move back with his mom, Kim, we remember her, to pursue his real passion of eating a lot of chips. And he did go on to eat so many chips, so many varieties. We're so proud of him. I think because I was an only child, I still like doing things by myself. One of my favorite things to do is go out to dinner alone. You guys like to go out by yourself? If you want to get the fastest service you have ever gotten, you just go into a sit-down restaurant and say, table for one, please. They got to get you out of there. Fill that table with 2 people. You are bumming everyone out at this Red Robin, okay? As it turns out, all the bottomless fries in the world just don't fill the other chair, you know, and it's bad for the restaurant. But you have to be careful if you go out by yourself. This happens sometimes. Once I showed up at a restaurant alone at the same time as this guy who was also alone. So the staff of the restaurant decided that the 2 of us should fall in love. They sat us next to each other. They'd come over and ask us questions together, like, did you 2 want appetizers? I was like, can he afford appetizers? No, then I'm so sorry. No, going back to my book. Just kidding, my phone. Oh my God. Can you imagine reading? I can't even picture it, you know? By the way, you ever show up at a restaurant by yourself and they're like, oh, for one? You want to sit at the bar? No, I want a table like a person. Just because I'm alone, I have to sit higher. They're like, put your bag on the ground. We do not have hooks. I think it's because they don't want you to make eye contact with the others. They figure if you're up there, you won't see them. That's what I think it is. But it's good. I'm glad I decided to eat alone because I made another decision recently. I decided I am done telling people when they have something in their teeth. It's a thankless task, and I'm done, okay? Last time I did it, last time I told someone that they had something in their teeth, I was talking to my friend. I stopped her. I said, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but you got something right there. And she said what people so often say, which is, well, why didn't you tell me sooner, right? And I said, well, maybe it's because you never shut up. Right? If you find that people are always telling you too late that you have something in your teeth, maybe re-examine how often you pause, right? Give people a chance. Like me, I'll be honest, I know I never shut up, so as soon as I finish a meal, I'm like, do I have anything anywhere? No? Good, I have a story. Don't talk during it. I don't know, people are exhausting. I don't think I can meet even one more friend's boyfriend. I'm sorry, I don't have it in me. I'm finished. Is there anything worse than anyone's boyfriend? Just can't think of anything, you know? Something about a boyfriend. He could be like a tall, handsome doctor who I've only heard good things about, and I'd still meet him, shake his hand, and be like, ugh, this guy. Text a mutual friend, like, did you meet this dude she's dating? They're like, yeah, he tried to get lunch with us. I hate him. He's the worst. There's just something about a boyfriend. You know, I used to have this roommate who would always invite her boyfriend over to our place, which I guess isn't technically in breach of the lease, you know, but it felt like it. And he was nice, he really was, but I always kept my eye on him because I knew that at any second he was going to ask for our HBO Go password. Right, because he could not believe that, babe, you've never seen The Godfather. Boyfriends hate when you haven't seen The Godfather. They really take it personally. I'm done. Thanks.
Paige Weldon, y'all. Paige Weldon. All right, you guys. First, I just want to shout out these two security guards right here. Thank you guys for keeping us safe. Thank you. I do feel like my boobs weigh more than both of you combined, but I feel safe. I feel safe. That's true. So anyway, you guys, next person coming up is a very funny lady. You may have seen her on HBO Latino. She's another white passing Latina. Oh, sorry. Are you not? You don't think you're white passing? Look at her, folks. Okay, thank you. Give it up. I'm sorry, that probably up. Anyway, give it up for a very funny person who's probably going to bring this up, Carmen Morales.
Keep it going for that very uncomfortable introduction. Hello. It's always nice for somebody to be like, you're all right? Right? Are you a thing? Which thing are you? That's always, when you can puzzle people, that's always a fun way to introduce yourself to someone. Hi, I am Carmen. I'm a lady. I'm a broad. Got all the parts and everything. I'm bad at it. I've been trying to femme it up. I started putting stuff in my hair. I stopped wearing cleats. I'm working on it, okay? I've just always been this way. This is what a grown-up tomboy looks like. It's like being the opposite of metrosexual. I call it macho-sexual. You know what I mean? Because I'm working on it. It's also funny. Can you guys give yourself a round of applause? Thank you so much for coming here specifically. You guys in the back, I see you being all voyeuristic and weird about it. Hi, guys. You could come in and make it less weird, but that's okay. That's fine. This is a strange setup. Can everybody acknowledge how weird this is? That, hi, guys, come here and don't look at God's work. You know what I mean? Just ignore God's work and listen to my thoughts instead. It's a very strange request, but I appreciate that you guys are doing it because there's so many blinking lights, so many arrows guiding you to other places, and you guys are like, no, I'm going to chill and listen to see what these people have. So give yourself a round of applause one more time. Guys, thank you so much for doing that. I have done comedy in so many places that were not set up for comedy that this does not faze me at all. I do not care if you laugh, but I hope that you do. But if you don't, I'm going to be fine. You know what I mean? I've been doing this too long. I'm a lady. I am also a Hispanic lady. This model doesn't come with the accent. I'm Latin but gentrified, if you will. You know, like qualified for a lot of scholarships, check a lot of boxes, good one to have on the team. But I have no fear of being deported whatsoever. You know what I mean? I'm walking around this country with the confidence of that white lady right there, right there. I am asking to see people's managers. I'm getting lippy with cops. I am day drinking like a bad mom, okay? I'm having a good time, is what I mean. But I still have my street cred, you know? I still know if people are talking about me in Spanish. I still use fabuloso. I'm legit, okay? Okay, some of you grew up poor and know what I'm talking about. Okay. For the rest of you, if you're unfamiliar, fabuloso is a cleaning agent that's very popular in the Latin community. It actually doubles as a mouthwash, a cologne, and astringent, makes everything smell like lavender. It is a beautiful tool. I'm pretty sure my little Spanish grandmother thinks that Jesus gave it to us specifically, you know? I think that's why she's always praying while she's mopping the floors, just, gracias a Dios, gracias. Ay, Dios mío. And I don't know if you guys know this, they tried to take Fabuloso off the market because it was messing people up. So I had to try to convince my little abuela to stop using her favorite cleaning product. And I don't know if you've ever negotiated with a terrorist, but it's difficult, okay? I'm trying to level with this woman, do everything except waterboard her to get her to understand. I'm like, abuela, we can't be using this anymore. It's making people sick. Pues just open the window, it's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what these idiot scientists are talking about. Let's just air out the cancer. Why didn't they think of that, you know? And I love this part because this is where you guys all get quiet because you're like, oh no, am I going to die? I use Fabuloso all the time. And you're good. They fixed the formula. It was only off the shelves for like 6 months. So you can go back to chasing your Tide Pods with it. That's what I do. Big fan. Lovely little chaser, you know? Where are the married people here? Where are the married people? One woman. That's an odd answer. Some of you are sitting so close to each other. And one man sitting completely separate from her. Also a very strange response. Or is everybody else here just sadly dating? Is everyone else just begrudgingly running your finger across strangers' faces, hoping that you will find the one that way? Really? That's just really only 2 people that are married? Wow, interesting. Los Angeles is a very sad place. I get it. I never really wanted to get married. Sometimes I think I should, just so I know what giving up really feels like, just so I'm aware, But maybe I'm just jealous. You ever look into somebody's eyes that have been married like a really, really long time? They just have this sadness. I want that so bad. That's not fair. You just get to wake up in the morning just... screw it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to start my day off that way. That sounds amazing. It sounds like you can only go up from there. Like, your day just gets better and better. You can't get that as a single person. I try to give up every day. It is hard to do solo. You need that support system. That comes from, like, waking up next to someone day after day after day. Like, you're still here! I don't even know. You want to just go to Chili's? Let's do that. We'll get a 2 for $25. You're my soulmate. Let's get a 2 for $25. Maybe don't eat all the dessert, you jerk. That's why they gave us 2 spoons. We're supposed to share it. Like we share everything else. Don't touch me. I don't need this shit. Should have married that Chinese guy for $30,000. That's a marriage right there. That's a real marriage. It's for a green card, honey. You seem confused. You get it? Okay. It's not just the Mexicans that need it. It's everybody. The Chinese just happen to pay more. You guys got kids? Clap it up if you have kids, the mommies and the daddies. Wow, way more than the married people, huh? Way more. How's that pulling out working for you, huh? Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, they're not all miracles. Some of them are mistakes, and you know that. I'm on the fence on whether I want kids. I think it's because I don't want one of the crappy ones. I'm scared to roll the dice on that. That is a lot of commitment to a potential mistake. I am not on board. The odds are not in my favor. I think I just don't want a chicken nugget baby. Do you guys know what I mean when I say that? Have you not seen some of the kids these days? They look like chicken nuggets, They could probably because that's all they eat. They're all round and greasy, like they've been sitting under a heat lamp for 16 hours. Their faces are all shiny, like they've already been dipped in Polynesian sauce. How do you get them like that? They don't even walk. They waddle around on their little Vienna sausage legs, just breathing loudly like an extra from The Walking Dead. Just like, get your diabetes away from me. I don't want to catch it. Get out of here. Good heavens. Like any good comedian, I had a bad childhood, Mine was cartoonishly bad. I was basically in an episode of the Looney Tunes. My dad was Wile E. Coyote, is what I mean, because he came at me with a sledgehammer. He tried to build a bomb to blow me and my mom up. My first words were, meep, meep. It was very exciting in the Morales household. And I don't want you guys to feel bad, because I figured out a way to thwart my dad. What I would do is I would paint a tunnel on the wall, run through it, and then he would get hit by a train. It was a very fun thing to figure out. God rest his soul. He's not dead, just to me. All right, let's move on. He's fine. I see him once a year. It's enough. Oh, yeah. So anybody here have a crappy friend, like a you shut your stupid face friend? Anybody got one of those friends? I got one of, yeah, annoying, right? You keep them around for some reason. I don't know why. I have a friend, and part of the reason she's annoying the hell out of me right now is because she's originally from North Carolina, has an adorable little southern drawl. She's lived here 1 year. And she has already turned into one of those bitches. Do you know what I mean when I say that? You guys know what I'm talking about? She went from like, oh yeah, baby, absolutely, to I'm a I can't even, I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. I don't know what's happening to her. I don't know if her personality is evaporating out of her or something like that, but her personality is being replaced by a series of Instagram ads. You know what I mean? It's just vapid and vacant. It's like an Airbnb with bad pictures. No one's coming to visit. You know what I mean? And she says stuff that doesn't even make any sense. The other day she said to me, she's like, I'm a minimalist. And I was like, no, babe, you mean poor is what you mean, okay? Let's just be honest about what's happening, okay? You're not taking public transportation because you're on a journey. You have 5 DUIs, all right? Let's just be real with what's going on, okay? That's why your bed's on the ground. It's not because you enjoy Asian culture. It's because you can't afford to get a bed frame. Get your life together, you know? That's why there's no art on the walls. It's not because you like clean lines. It's because you do too many lines. You know what I mean? You're really putting a Buddhist spit shine on this turd life you got going on. But you're not fooling me, okay? Because I'm a poor person. And poor people hang out with other poor people. Mainly because rich people won't have us, right? But also because it's an easy friendship to maintain. You meet up with your friend. They go, this sucks. You go, I agree. And then you have a cheap lunch. Not a hard friendship to maintain. And never once in my conversation with other poor people has anyone ever been like, man, I think I'd feel better if I had even fewer possessions. You know what I mean? If I could just, maybe I don't deserve to own anything. Maybe that'll put a pep in my step. It makes no sense, okay? That is some rich bitch shit, okay? That's something with a lot of money says, like, oh my God, you know, it'd be amazing. You know, it'd be like kind of interesting and kind of fun. You're really kind of cool. Like, what if I just get rid of all of my stuff for a while? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be interesting? No, it wouldn't. Seems that way to you because you have enough money to rebuy all that once you're tired of your place looking like a homeless shelter, you jerk. This is my favorite job, despite how weird this is. This is my favorite job I've ever had, being a stand-up comedian, and it's not a bad gig either. You make about $200 an hour. I worked about 8 hours last year, so it's a give and take, you know, like a lot of ups and downs, a lot of swings, just like poker, real fun and unpredictable. I cry a lot. And there are perks to it, though. Like last year, I did 2 weeks of shows overseas. I performed in South Korea and Japan for a bunch of Marines. So I was getting paid in pictures of parts, if you get what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to take one for the country, and I took a couple. I did. Yeah. The other cool thing I did last year is I did 2 weeks of shows in the Bahamas. Anybody here ever been to the Bahamas? Right on. 3 individual people also. Were those the same married people? Was it the same cruise? And I'm also not bragging. I was broke. I was very broke in the Bahamas, so it was actually pretty sad for me. Like, I didn't know you could be pissed off in paradise. I pulled it off. It was impressive to be so poor you wanted to fight a palm tree. That's where I was at, walking around a gorgeous resort, cussing at coconuts like a psycho, right? And our big perk for working at the resort is we got to go to the water park for free. The piss-filled lazy river for me? You spoil me. But what was cool is there was this huge water slide there called the Leap of Faith, where you drop 90 feet and you go through a shark tank. Sounds awesome, right? I was like, let's do it. I can't afford eggs in this place. I'm rooting for the shark. Get me out of here. And what they don't tell you is that shark tank that you go through is kind of irrelevant because you're going 190 miles an hour on your ass. Okay? There's no sightseeing on that ride. I didn't see a shark. I didn't see anything except my life flash before my eyes. It was terrifying. And you're going so fast, when you hit the water at the bottom, it's not just your bathing suit you're pulling out. You know what I mean? No. It's like a couple lawn chairs, a small child. Some woman's coming up to me freaking out. Where's my kid? Like, stop yelling at me. I gotta relax to get him out. Pretty sure I just found the shark, so give me a minute and I'll work on your precious angel. I know I was giving married people crap earlier. I don't want you guys to feel alone. I can't stand single people either. They're annoying, right? You ever hang out with a single person and you're like, yeah, I get why you're alone for sure. You are annoying me, right? I just hate all the complaining. Oh my God, dating is so hard. I hate going out on dates. Dude, dating sucks. I hate going out on dates with these bitches. It's like, shut up, it's you, you know? Because all dating is hanging out with someone until you decide whether you want to hook up with them or not. If nobody wants to hang out with you, it's you. Drop the keto and the CrossFit and pick up a book, you boring nincompoop. How about that? You know how else I know? Is because I'm a fat chick that lives in Los Angeles, all right? We don't even register on the number scale out here. I am a negative letter in this town. And I don't want you to feel bad because I'm a 7 in Wisconsin. It's all about perspective, okay? I'm not bummed out at all. Yeah, I get off the plane in Milwaukee and they're like, what's up, skinny? You want to get some cheese curds? I'm like, yeah. Get over here, you dumb lumberjack. Absolutely. Negative letter in this town, and I still have successful dates all the time. You know how you do it? You sit across another human being and you feign interest in anything that they say. Zombies? Yeah, love zombies. Boom, meal paid for. It's not hard to have successful dates. I particularly don't like it when women complain about dating because we are the reason dating even exists. I don't know if you guys are hip to your lady history, but back in the day, we used to get traded for livestock, baby. Yeah. Get left in the will like a rare coin collection. And then the 1920s came around. There were these crazy chicks called flappers that were smoking long cigarettes, showing off their ankles. Bunch of prostitutes, right? They were getting nuts. They realized their parts were worth more than a couple of goats. And guys were so mad. They wrote about it in a national magazine, complaining about how all these strange men were filling up their dates. Hence the term, dating is born. Dating is our friend. Dating is the reason we don't belong to creepy men anymore unless we want to. You know what I mean? Like, dating is the reason we don't get passed around our family like a reproductive baton, because that's what used to happen. You'd have to go from your dad who would take care of you to your brother's friend you'd have to marry, because I owe him a favor, Carol. Be a team player. Guys, thanks so much for your time. My name's Carmen. You guys were wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Give it up for Carmen one more time, you guys. Carmen Morales. I'm so sorry, Carmen. I'm such an idiot. I was piggybacking off of Jonathan's joke, and no one was here. So it sounded like I was just saying some weird stuff, you know? I want to say shit. Anyway, all right, you guys, I'm going to bring up your last comic, okay? Now, let me tell you something. You may have seen him on HBO. You may have seen him on Comedy Central. He is freaking hilarious, you guys. Give it up for Frankie Quinones! Yeah!
What's up, y'all? I bring my beer up here. I got beer up here a little bit. But man, congratulations, y'all. Damn, we're out here for the same reason. Looking for a good time, you know what I mean? Look where we're at. Right on the water. They have the little lights up. Like, all right, this looks cool. Let's get in here. See what's up. So I'm saying, we need to find that common ground. You know, the world's crazy right now. It's like, dang, so many things separating us. Like, we can just come together, do some stuff like this. That laughter, music, two of my favorite things, man. It's cliche to say that laughter is the best medicine, but it is. When we're laughing, we don't think about our stress or problems. You know, chemicals move in our brain. There's science behind it. That's crazy. You know, some people take pills for that. You just come see some comedy instead, you know? Or take pills and see some comedy. You know, like, hey, see what happens. You get to escape in those moments, man. You're having a tough day at work. Something makes you laugh. You just, you feel good. And you come back like, oh, I got bills in life, you know? But you get to leave for a little bit, man. It's beautiful. Music too, man. Music is just as powerful. You know what I mean? Take you from a bad mood to a good mood like that. I saw it, man. My mom and dad are big music fans, right? You know, diehard oldies, old school funk fans. If you guys are familiar with that, they loved it, man. Got them through the tough times. And I saw it. You take it from rock bottom up here like this, you know. You could got broken up with, can't pay the bills, the lights are turned out. You're sitting there in the dark like, dang, homie, what am I going to do, you know? Gotta go drink the milk real quick. But all of a sudden your jam comes on, you hear it from a distance, changes everything. Like, nah, hold up. You know what? I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. I'll just go to my mom's house. She got power. You know, it's all good. There's always hope, man. There's always hope. When I get depressed, man, I put on some music, just start shaking my booty. Put on the fake smile. You keep shaking that booty, man. Eventually the chemicals start moving. Then that fake smile turns into a real one. Like, yeah, baby. It's all good. Sorry, I know y'all are probably not into shaking booty that much, but I shake mine, homie. I mean, what if I came out here and I was just like, but But the other day, man, we went to a music festival, and it's summertime. We go to music festivals, and we were out there, man. I saw this white girl wearing a Good Vibes Only shirt, like, Good Vibes Only. Yes. But then she finished her beer, man, and she just threw the can on the ground, and there was a trash can like 10 yards away, So I'm like sitting there looking at her, staring from a distance, like, damn, are you really about those Good Vibes Only you're wearing on your shirt? So I'm sitting there staring at her, man, and I'm deep in thought. I ate some fungus and stuff, so I'm just there looking at her deep in thought. I'm just like, But we can all be guilty of something like that. You know what I mean? Like, who was I to judge, man? It's just a shirt. Maybe I was thinking too deep. I can't expect her to live her life like that. Like, it's just what she put on, man. No matter what she puts on for the day, she's still going to be a litter bug. You know what I mean? Like I could sit up here and tell you guys, like, hey, these beads on my wrist, like, my tia made them in Oaxaca, and she had them sent to me. And you guys probably be like, well, dang, he's Mexican. Sounds pretty legit. But the truth is, man, I got him at H&M, man. Just, yeah. Right at the checkout counter, only $6 for like a 10-pack, too. I was like, all right, looks authentic. Let's do it, That's what's up. That's good. Breasts are good. Laughter's good. Oh, I like the good white girl laugh, man. It's beautiful. There's a lot out here in the west side, It's empowering, man. It just feels good. It's like hearing Santa Claus laugh or something. You just hear a healthy white woman laugh. Even from a distance, you don't got to see her face. It just feels good. So good. Bills are paid. It's like, hell yeah, that's dope. It's beautiful. You just want to go do something. Love it out here, man. You guys are doing great. I know, right? It's kind of like, oh, he has to do that, yeah. But he's insecure about his joke, so he has to. Insecure. Please like me. Dang. Oh, it's because my jacket zipped up. Yeah, sorry. That's kind of antisocial. Closer to my heart now. There you go. Yeah. The world, man. It's crazy. But I was born out here in Los Angeles, man, and then I was living in San Fernando in a one-bedroom apartment with my family, which was a beautiful experience because I saw my family just work their asses off and work hard, and we moved to a cul-de-sac. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, the cul-de-sac life, homie. I was about it, dude. It's a big change to go from a one-bedroom apartment, all of a sudden you got a cul-de-sac. We had a front yard and a backyard, Couldn't afford to water the grass at first, but we had dirt to play with, man. I was out there with my marbles and my Hot Wheels, like, all right, let's build tunnels. But I was trying to live that cul-de-sac life, man, and my dad worked as a carpenter Monday through Friday, man. And then on weekends, on Saturday mornings, he'd wake me up at 4 a.m. to go sell plants at the swap meet. You know what I mean? True story, man. And I'm like, he's waking me up on Saturday at 4 a.m. I'm like, dang, man. I'm like, Dad, I'm trying to live this cul-de-sac life, homie, Like, Chad's family has a cabin at the lake for a weekend. They invited me out there. My dad's like, nah, you only got to go to the swap meet to sell these plants. You got to tell Chad, like, nah, you can't make it. I got to call up Chad and tell him, hey, Chad, sorry, man. I got to go to sell plants with my dad at the swap meet. Chad's like, what's a swap meet? Now I got to explain this to Chad. I'm like, I don't know if it was kind of like Target, but it's outside, and they got like, they sell Dickies and spark plugs and DVDs, Got good prices, man. You should check it out. All right, then, Frankie. Have fun at the swap meet. I'll try next weekend. Chad's a good dude, though, man. I did eventually make it to that cabin, Even when I did go to the cabin, man, my mom would be like, hey, don't forget where you came from. And I'm like, Mom, just going to have fun at the cabin. They got jet skis and everything. Like, try not to forget about the one-bedroom apartment, but also I want to forget about it. Nah, it was all good. There was a lot of love. I always had a lot of love, man. My mom and dad still married. They just celebrated their 40th anniversary, man. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, June 29th, they did it. And it was crazy, and I'm so proud of them. And my mom is a crazy mix, man. She's Latina, Native American, and Italian, right? So her blood just stays hot. I got that real love from her, It wasn't like, oh, you're my son. I love you because you're my son. It was more like, hey, you're my son, right? And I freaking love you. And it's like, all right, Mom, I love you too. And stay away from me, And my dad's just an old school, hardworking, humble Mexican, man. Old school cholo, He's got his tattoos, his mustache. Like, hey, let's just do whatever she says. Hey, just easier that way, because... I just been working a lot, you know, yeah. And I'm like, hell yeah, Pops do that, man. Love that dude, man. He's an old school, like hard-ass looking dude, but he's filled with love, man. He's like a hippie at heart. Cholo outside, hippie at heart. Beautiful dude. They went and celebrated, like, you know, their 39th anniversary. They celebrated at Pride. Like, my mom and dad are out there, dude. My dad's out there with his button-up shirt, you know, and his tattoos. Like, dang, he's supposed to know how to party. Like, that's what's up, you know. Like, congratulations, Mija, you know, 39 years. You know, like, it's a beautiful thing, man. So beautiful. Sorry, I'll tell you. Stupid. I love it though, man. I'm like, I want to repay my mom and dad back, you know, for everything they've done, and it's hard because the one thing my mom wants is grandchildren from me, and I'm like, oh man, you know, I'm a Latino in his 30s with no kids, so my cholo cousins are like, oh, well, he's gay, you know, there's another way to explain it, but it's like, no, man, just condoms and pulling out and everything, but you know, it's like, sorry, is that cool? I know we're not supposed to get dirty, but PG-13, all right. There's no kids here, is it? No, we're good, though. I feel like if kids were here, it's like a Wednesday night, school night. Like, they party already a little bit, probably. I don't know. Dude, like dancing. Oh, dang, shake the stage. I love it, though, man. I used to see my cousins dance at family barbecues and events because it's so funny. Because some of them are like cholos and some of them are like paisanos, you know, they got boots and, you know, snakeskin boots, and they got their keychain that says Zacatecas on it, and just like, they party too. And then we have the cholo cousins, like the next generation. It's crazy, man. It's beautiful, though. Because my cholo cousins, when the music comes on, they're just like this, real serious in the face, though, but their one move is this. You go up to them like, hey, man, you all right? Hey, ¿sabes qué? I'm having the time of my life. It's like, well, dang, dude, you look pissed, you know, but all right, I guess you're all right. My paisano cousins, the same thing, man. They got the serious face, but that footwork is working, homie. They're just... It's like, dang, you look very mad upstairs, man, but, you know, but the footwork tells me that you're having a good time, so congratulations, you know, so... Do your thing. It's beautiful. Love my mom, though, man. Kind of a mama's boy. My mom's gangster, though, man. She's a trip. Want to give her everything. One time when my sister, me and my sister were little, man. We were little. I mean, I'm a little homie, obviously, but you know, I was even more little back then. We were like fighting in the back seat. My mom had a tough day at work, but we knew nothing about that, man. We're kids. We were just thinking cereal and toys, you know, but. She had a tough day at work, and we're fighting in the back. You know, you're dumb, you're stupid. She turns around, she goes, you guys shut up. My sister's like, you shut up. You know, I was like, oh, yeah, it's right, man. My mom was so pissed, she pulled the car to the side. She's like, get out right now. You know, we were like, dang, man. So we got out, and then she just drove off and left us on the side of the road. True story, man. We were like, well, you know what? She taught us a lesson, man, because at that moment, me and my sister automatically became friends again, you know? She's like, where are we going? I was like, I don't know. Hold my hand. Okay. You too. Let's go. White lady comes up. Oh, my gosh, children, where are you going? Our mom just left us on the side of the road. Oh, my, what? We're going to call the police. Oh, no, we're just kidding. We're playing a game. Hide and go seek. She's over here. Like, my mom would beat the beep out of me if I came home with the police, but... I was hit as a child, man, but I appreciated it, you know. My dad was low-key about it. He wasn't emotional. He's like, hey, you messed up, let's go to the room. He'd make me pull down my pants, lay on my stomach, and he'd whip me with his belt, you know. And then my mom, she was just very emotional, reactive. Like, she would just smack me in the moment, like, hey, you messed up right now. This is happening right now. And I'm like, all right. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm emotionally scarred for the rest of my life, but I do appreciate it. I pay my own bills now. It's all good. And the fact that I have to announce that in my late 30s is also probably shows my emotional scarness going on, but... Please like me. It's good though, man. I love it. It's I love having those different backgrounds. You know, my Native American side family, my mom is that crazy mix. We all party, we all drink a lot. I like drinking. We got some beer available right here for purchase. But I love it. I got an alcoholic uncle. Good dude, though, man. He's a big teddy bear. He's never been an angry drunk. You know what I mean? Those are the worst. Like, oh, they turn into an angry person. Like, my uncle's just a big teddy bear, man. He's got the big rock hard panza, you know, the stomach like that. It's like, dang. Like, I put a lot of things in here. Don't worry about it. Give me whatever. You know, it's like, dang, respect, man. That's crazy, you know. But you respect it. But we know when he's drunk because he likes to talk about stuff he has no idea what he's talking about. Like, likes to talk about the galaxies and astronomy. And it's like, hey, we're just a speck, mijo, if you think about it. We don't even know when it ends. Like, yeah, it's nice right here, but when does it end? I'm like, all right, Theo, like, he's drunk. Like, the other day was my dad's 65th birthday party, man, and, you know, we were partying, and we knew my uncle was drunk, but he was like, hey, you guys, listen. We're like, what's up, Theo? He's like, riddle me this. We're like, oh, dang, he's about to say something deep, you know? So we're sitting there waiting, but then he just passed out, you know, and we're like, oh, man. What was going to be the riddle, you know? Like, or maybe the silence was the riddle. He's making us think, like, all right, get in there, the galaxies and everything. He is right. Like, when does it end? Oh. Sorry. All right, thank you, Chad. Appreciate it. I'll see you at the cabin at the lake on Saturday. That's my boy. Getting a little too Mexican, Frankie. I told you it's the pier, okay? But I'm glad you keep me in touch with the Chicano experience. Nah, God bless Chad, man. He's doing this. He probably got to work. He probably started from nothing. He has a startup right here. I don't know. It's all love, baby. Yeah. I love it. Like, how you doing, bro? You good? You work out? Oh, my homie got the guns out here. That's what's up, baby. You smiling, though. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate nice buff homies, you know what I mean? We need more of those, man. 'Cause I get a little insecure. I mean, I'm insecure already, but I'm a little homie. I already told you that when you notice it physically. Like, yeah, I'm on a stage, but you still see it. That's a little homie. You know, and I embrace it, though. But sometimes you're out in public places. You go to a bar, like a club. People are drinking. It's a little aggressive. You see the buff homies there. Like, dang. Sometimes they're big and buff, and they don't see me. I'm down here, man. I'm down low, and they'll bump into me, and I'm like, oh, is this guy going to trip? I'm going to have to fight him. But sometimes they're just super nice about it, you know? Like, oh, sorry, little buddy. All muscle, no direction here. I'm just bumping into everything. Just all buff. And I'm like, oh, the nice buff on me. All right, man, have a good night. Like, what's up? Like, love the nice buff homies, man. I got, like, you know, family, too. They're, like, the toughest looking dudes, like, tatted up on the neck. And they're like, the nicest guys, you know. Yeah, they go to jail, too, still. But they're still nice, you know. It's unbelievable sometimes. Like, what? Wait, what? Come on, man. And I love it when they, like, try to get their lives together. Like, after they do go to jail, they'll, like, start wearing V-necks. Like, no, I'm different now, you know? Like, I'm changed my life. I'm taking a different path. Like, and they start wearing V-necks. Like, that's all they need to do. But then they go back to jail. And it's like, dude, what the hell? Just saw him wearing a V-neck, like, 2 days ago. He's back in jail, whatever. And, like, V-neck's broken, man. You got a homie that started wearing V-necks? Yeah, hey, I'm different now. Yeah, it's like, nah, man, you're still the same person. I love it. Dang, they got the jazz player. I love it. How you guys feeling? You good? It's a good crowd, man. All right, cool. Got the OGs over here. What's up, baby? Appreciate y'all, man. Hard dudes, how you doing? I'm good. The buff homie. Got my homie right there. Ooh, you got the legit mustache on. We got there right there. Yes. I love it, man. Sometimes I get dudes at shows and they're like sitting up front and they look like so gangster, so hard, and they're just like this the whole time. If I'm lucky, they give me one of these, I'll be like, what was that? Was that a cough or a laugh or what, dude? You know? Then you see him after the show. Hey, sabes que you're hilarious, homie. And I'm like, dang, you know. I didn't see you laugh not one time, but I'm glad you enjoyed it in your mind or whatever. Like, that's cool, you know. You can still laugh in your mind, I guess. You know? I love it though, man. I love how diverse this city is. We live in a beautiful place. You know what I mean? You go to certain parts of the country, it ain't all like this, man. And like, you know, probably a lot of you gravitated here for that reason, or I would like to think, or maybe you got a job at a startup, and it's like, it's just where the universe took me, you know, but you're in a beautiful place, man. It's very diverse. I love it so much, you know what I mean? And we share a lot of common things here, you know, like most people, we could be like, hey, you know, our president's messed up or whatever, and you'd be like, yeah, we get it. But some places you don't, and it's hard to find that common ground. Like, I recently went to my boy, who's like, he's better at comedy than me. He took me to open for him in Huntsville, Alabama. He's like, hey, you want to go to Huntsville, Alabama? I'm like, Huntsville, Alabama? You know, I was in Cali my whole life, like out here, so I'm thinking Alabama. I'm like, are you sure you want the little Mexican homie out there? I'm like, is there any Mexicans out there, you know? And there wasn't, you know, but it was cool, man. The show went good. People were great. They were like, don't worry, we have a NASA station here. People think logically. They're not going to hate you just because you're scanned. Like, da-da-da. I was like, all right. But I'm walking down the street to like the one bar to go meet up with my boys after the show, because they were just like, don't go 15 minutes that way or 15 minutes that way. Here, you're good. I was like, okay, I feel safe, I guess, you know. And then but I'm walking down the street, man. I heard that voice, you know, the voice, and it got me scared real quick. Just, hey, buddy. I was like, oh, dang, here we go, man. But I turned around, the guy was cool as hell. Cool as hell. Hey, buddy, I was at the show. You was funny as hell. Funny as hell. You were moving around that stage, jumping around like a Mexican jumping bean. I was like, all right, that was super racist, you know, but you know, it messed with my mind because I'm like, he was clueless about it. Like, no, I'm giving him compliments. So I was trying to be logical about it and fight my own mind about it. Like, well, Mexican jumping beans are pretty dope. You know, you put them in a little box, they party, you know, like, where do they get that party juice at? I don't know, they're dope, you know, like, all right, man, hey, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I wanted to punch him, and then I ended up just high-fiving him, giving him a hug, and I'm like, all right, man, I guess we found a common ground, but also that was racist what you just said, you know. Like, it's hard these days to connect. Stupid. I love it so, man. Like, I do want to give my mom those grandchildren, though, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's hard dating in LA. Yeah, sorry. Stupid jokes, but you know, I try to date, man. You know, I met a girl. You know, I like a girl with confidence because you know, I try to feed off that. And then, like, I was at the gym, and there was a girl, confident as they come, man. She approached me, beautiful woman, 6'1", black, beautiful woman, and a body, like, she was like bodybuilder built, you know. And came up to me with the most confidence, like, hey, little Mexican homie, let's go on a date. And I was like, all right, let's go. Like, oh my God, I guess I have to go. Like, you're so confident. I love you. Like, all right. I mean, I don't love you. Sorry, I don't mean to weird you out. Let's go. And we had a good time, man. And I don't want to get too graphic, but she rocked my world, you know. And yeah, I woke up like in a daze, man, just half conscious. Like, damn, what happened, you know? She was just chilling, drinking a protein shake, you know, watching Sports Center. Like, oh, what's up? And I was like, ah. It was beautiful, man. And I dated a girl. She was a white girl. She was a hippie. I met her. You know, I lived in San Francisco a long time. I met her up there. And, well, hippies come in all colors, but they're mostly white, you know. And my mom got upset because we were together like almost 7 years, and we broke up. And, you know, she's like, I thought we were going to have these little hippie babies. And da-da-da. I was like, no, Mom, it didn't work out. But it was cool. But I met her at one of these open mic poetry nights. You guys familiar with this? They got the incense burning and their patchouli oils. And they got these notebooks filled with these random words, man. They read this stuff, and I can never understand what they're talking about. But they see it as like, oh, I'm spilling my soul to the universe. You know? So here's your guys' imagination, right? This ain't comedy night by the pier. This is open mic, hippie night poetry. And my name is Sun Diamond. And I prepare a little piece here, okay? So pay attention. Intergalactic memories, moving to eternal galaxies. But no, I digress. And oh my goodness, what's this? I'm in a tornado. But I'm in the center where it's calm, motionless, raindrops, drip, drip, into my palm, then into my soul, into my soul. And oh my goodness, what's this? What is it, you guys? Oh. It's a sunflower petal falling ever so gently through the mist. And where's it falling? It's falling on my foot. So I kick it back up, into my soul, dominate. Dominate, 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 dominate. Seduce. Sun diamond. I'm like, what the was that, you know? She's like, oh God, it just spilled my soul. I was like, all right, whatever. You know? Let's go smoke this weed and make out. Finish this hummus plate, baby. Let's do it. But I love it though. I love the hippie homies, and we all got that one homegirl too, like that, like you know, they like graduate college and they go study abroad for the summer. You know, they like their grandma gave them a fat check for graduating college. I'm not ready to get a job. I'm gonna go study, like get cultured. But you appreciate it. That's dope. That's what I would do. You know, get the one homegirl that goes studies in Chile for like 3 months, comes back all cultured. You know, wearing a pair of moccasins and a hand-woven scarf she brought from a señora in a village, like. But they have a little attitude about it, like, I'm cultured now. And they can't wait to go to like a Mexican restaurant or something to order in front of their friends to show off their new skills, you know? With their homies, their own homies, man. Been friends with these people a long time. The waiter comes up, Mexican homie, real chill dude. She's like, hey, ma'am, can I take your order? Sí. A mí me dan el chile relleno burrito sin cebolla y una horchata a tomar. And she looks around with attitude to her own friends, man. Yo hablo español. Of course, the waiter's like, oh, dang, I don't speak Spanish, but I'm trying to work on it for my acting, you know. But... Dang it! I wanted to show it. Bless that girl, though. I love it, though, man. Most of y'all people, most of y'all guys live here? No? Are you on vacation? You all live here? Where do you live, sir? Memphis? Right on. Tennessee, baby. I've never been to Memphis. I've been to Nashville a few times with my boy, but I'm looking forward to going to Memphis, man. Beautiful place. Thank you for being here tonight, sir. Love it, man. But you know what a Chicano is? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's what's up. We got Chicanos in Memphis, brother. No? That's beautiful. See, we make it out of California. That's good, man. There's different types of any background, any ethnicity. I grew up with a Chicano experience. My dad was in a lowrider car club, so it was his best friend, my godfather. So I was either at lowrider car clubs or like old school funk and oldie shows. And it was a good time, man. It's a positive thing. Like lowrider car shows are a good thing because it brings like neighborhoods together. They kind of leave the drama at the door because they're so into their cars. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, homie, oh, did you see my new rims? Yeah, they're pretty man, huh? Like, I didn't know if I was going to put white walls on them, but it looks like it's working out. Some people from they're different neighborhoods supposed to be fighting, and also say, all right, man, hey, I'll see you later. Oh, actually, hopefully I don't, because then we'll have to fight, but appreciate that you like my car, you know? It was beautiful for me to see that, man, because it's like, hey, you know what? You can find positivity in any environment, man, and it's good. And there's different type of Mexicans, different types of anybody, like I said, but the Mexicans I grew up around, we did a lot of interesting things. Like whenever a Mexican would ask you a question and you would give them the answer, their response would always be the same every time. You know, just, damn, that's crazy. And I was like, what? My cousin asked me the other day, hey, homie, where'd you get those tortillas at? I got them at Bonds, man. Damn, that's crazy. It's like, it's actually not that crazy at all, man. You know, pretty much every grocery store in America sells tortillas, man. How'd you get over here? Actually, I drove my car, man. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, not crazy. People are driving cars literally all the time, man. But I guess it's crazy to you for some reason. Love it. How long you guys been together? Oh, he said, a while. Yeah, you know. That's why we're sitting up front at a comedy show. We gotta laugh this off, baby. Yeah. It's all good. Man, it took me a long time. I was doing comedy for a long time before I started beatboxing on stage. So I was like, oh, I don't want people to think, oh, that's just stick, that's just angle, the little Latino dude again. You know, but then I was like, hey, you know what, homie, you do it in the shower every day. It's like, trying to do your thing. Like, just live your life. Do it on stage, you know? That was just me being insecure, you know? Just like, you like it, you know? What's your name? What? Oh, Donnie. But Donnie and what? Oh, Donnie. Ariana, homie. Yes, what's up? Been together for a long time, you know? That's what's up. Love, baby, laughter. It's so easy, you know, I know some people hear about numbers and stuff, and yeah, that's good too. Calculations. But love, man. I guess love could fit into numbers. If you love math, yeah, it's a thing. Sorry, I'm getting weird. Some little therapy session for myself right there. But stupid. Yeah. Trying to find, you know, you guys like that. I envy that, man. I'm still looking for that. I used to like cholas growing up. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a chola is in here, but, you know, just in school, I just loved them, man. You know, they're the ones that, you know, the gangster Latinos that shave their eyebrows off and then draw them back on. It's like, it's beautiful, man. I used to love the way they talk, you know, it's just sexy to me, like, stupid, how dumb. Anyways. When they used to talk their chisme, you know, their gossip in class, so funny, man. Even in junior high, you hear them. Oye, did you hear? No, I didn't hear. You didn't hear about Ricky and Sofia? But I thought Ricky was with Lupe. Yeah, that's what I thought, too. They get excited to have the information. Oh, you didn't hear? Yeah, that's what I thought, too. But Lupe's cousin Angelica was at the mall. She saw Pedro, and Pedro saw Monica at the swap meet. Monica said she was at the movies, and she saw Ricky and Sofia in the back, and they were scamming or making out on everybody. And I was like, what? Damn, girl, Ricky was making out with Sofia in front of everybody? Yeah, girl, damn, that's crazy. Cholas are dope, man. Nah, but I tried. Like I said, I tried, man. Get back to my family. They love it. They worked hard, man. They made me believe, you know. I saw them work hard. We made it to that cul-de-sac. Whew. It was good, and they just balled. They just did it. They were balling from where we came from. And I loved it because it was, but the thing was, is like, there was a lot of kids with like toys in our neighborhood, and there was this one foreign kid. His like family moved from, I don't know where, but he had that like European accent. And he was out there with a bug catching net. I'll never forget this, man, true story. He's out there in the cul-de-sac, kind of showing it off though, rubbing it in my face, like, oh, mother, look, I fetched another monarch. Let's enjoy its beauty, shall we? And so I'm like, I want to catch some monarchs, man. I want a bug catching net. So I go to mom, hey, mom, I want a bug catching net. Get bug catching net. You have food on the table, a roof over your head. Now go to your room and be grateful. So I go to my room. I had my own room finally, and I was like, yeah. So I go in there, close the door, and I'm crying, though, like, hey, I want a bug catching net. And they're a knock at the door, man. True story. This is real love right here. You know, I opened the door. My mom made me a bug catching net out of a wire hanger and an old pair of pantyhose or medias, you know? And I was like, hell yeah, man. I was out there with no shame in front of the white people, like, yeah, you know, like, catching those bugs. I mean, my bugs were dying on impact. It was an old pair of pantyhose, but I was catching them, man. You know, just bzzz. Hell yeah. But my dad pulls up in his work truck, man, and he gets out, and he sees me playing with this thing, and he's like, Mijo, is that what I think it is? I'm like, well, yeah, Dad. He's like, damn, that's crazy. Hey, I'll be at the Wiltern Theater on September 27th doing characters of the band, all this stuff, and saying some cuss words if you don't mind. But thank you all for being here tonight to support live comedy. Frankie Quinones, y'all, one love.
Frankie Quinones, guys. Give it up one more time. That was your headliner.